Hi everyone, this is Georgia again, the Dream Coach, and today I'm coming back here again. I'm gonna, I know I haven't been in a while online in a while on YouTube, but now I'm trying to do it on a consistent basis, and so you're gonna see me more online and on YouTube. And before we get started, if you could subscribe to my channel, it'd be really helpful. I'm trying to build it. I'm trying to let it grow. So I would appreciate the like, subscribe, and share and comment. We could have a conversation. I want it to be a conversation. I don't want it to be me just talking at you. I just wanted you guys to respond, and we could have a great conversation together. And so before I get started, I want to let you know I'm going to be looking what I'm going to be talking about. I have my notepad right here, my laptop. I have everything here about what I'm going to talk to you about today. And it's going to be about colonoscopy. Yeah, it's going to be a serious topic. And I'm going to jump right into it because I have a few things to share with you guys. And I don't want this video to be too excessively long. So let's get started. So about 2 years ago, my doctor recommended that I get a colonoscopy because I turned 50. Now they're talking about age 45, but back then it was 50. And I turned 50, and he was like, you need to go ahead, and I'm going to recommend you that you go ahead. He's going to write me a referral to go get it done. Of course, I'm a procrastinator. I'm not going to lie. I am a procrastinator. I put things off. And so that's what I did. I put it off. I didn't think it was that serious, and I put it off. Even though I have people in my family, like close people, everyone is dying of different kind of cancer. I'm like, that's not going to be me. But I just didn't put it together that this is something that I should be doing. So I put it off. And actually about a year ago or so, at this point, I had it scheduled. And when I had it scheduled, the day before the scheduled procedure was supposed to be done, my daughter's cat died, and he was living with me for like maybe about 6 months, and kind of got attached to the cat, and he died. And I felt so devastated because he died in front of me, like literally just keeled over and died. And turns out he had like a heart problem. But anyway, that's beside the point. So because he died, I wasn't in the mood the next day to go get it done. I didn't even do the test prep or anything. So I had to call back and cancel the appointment. A year later, literally a year later, I went for my annual checkup in October or the end of September, and of this year. My doctor was like, well, the nurse came in. He just kind of said, "Did you go do that thing?" And I was like, "No." Well, I'm thinking he would know because he would have gotten the results, but he just asked me anyway, and I was like, "No." He said, "Okay, when my nurse comes in, she's gonna talk to you about it." So she came in with another referral. She was like, "Okay, this time I'm gonna call them up for you. You should be hearing from them in the next couple of days. You need to schedule this. This is important." And she was like, and I was like, okay, because I was still blasé about it because I'm like, okay, whatever. She came in. I went. So come the day before the procedure. Actually, that's the worst part. A lot of people are scared about these procedures. The worst part of the procedure is actually the prep. To be honest with you, I mean, I couldn't eat for 24 hours. The only thing I could drink was that clear fluid. I mean, I'm not a person that eats a lot anyways, but because I go all day and don't eat, but I eat dinner, but I couldn't eat nothing. So I went to the store and I could just drink like clear broth. That's all I could get the day before. I couldn't eat anything, of course, drink water and everything. And so that night, I think the night before, I think I had to take it at 6 p.m. Take the first test prep at 6 p.m. It was the worst. As I said, this is the prep part I heard that. So it was so disgusting. In all my years, I've never tasted anything as bad as that. So what I did was I put, instead of using water, I used coconut water to kind of like mask the taste. There was no masking it. I just went ahead and I get to drink it so fast. Ugh, just thinking about it now, it's just disgusting. That's fine. It is what it is. So I took it there, and surprisingly enough, I wasn't really hungry for some reason. The next morning, I had to get up at 6 a.m. again and take the second test prep, or whatever it's called. Drink that, and my procedure was supposed to be at 9 o'clock. My daughter came and picked me up. I was gonna film this whole thing. I had it all planned out. I was gonna film this. You guys were gonna see. And then I got there and she couldn't come in. She was supposed to film everything. She couldn't come in and I couldn't film. It was like, there's no film in here. I couldn't record anything or whatever. And she couldn't come inside the building. She had to be outside. She had to wait for me. Luckily, she lived like about 8 minutes away from the hospital. So that I went to, and I think I was there for like 2 hours or so, 2.5 hours. It wasn't a long thing. The procedure wasn't long. I mean, so I went in and it was over. The only reason I knew something happened, because the last thing I remember happening was he put in the thing attaching the anesthesia to my hand or whatever, to my vein, because, they had a needle right in here. And that was it. But the only reason I know something happened was because when I opened my eye and look around, I was in a different room and the nurse was there. She's like, "Hey, you're back," whatever. And that was it. I mean, I didn't feel nothing. It was absolutely nothing. Like I said, the only reason why I knew something happened was because when I look around, I wasn't in the room that I was in before, and then there was no doctor there anymore. So it was done. It was that quick. And she took me home, and I rested for the rest of the day, slept the anesthesia off, and that was it. That was it. So, and this, so I went home, and then I got my doctor, went to my doctor's office, and he said to me in this calm voice, this voice is like, "Hey, your results came back, and you have they took 2 pulps. They did tell me before that they took a pulp out, and they were going to check it out, see what it is. Maybe not be nothing. So they took 2 pulps out. 2 pulps are like whatever they found on your colon. They go up into your colon. They found these little polyps or cell, I guess you'd call it. So one cell was benign. It was like nothing. And the other one was precancerous, right? And I'm like, wow, for something not taking it serious until now. I'm like, what? And I remember that Will Smith did it when he turned 50, he did the same thing. And he was joking around the same way. And the next thing you know, that's what he had as well. So I'm like, oh, wow. Now, I was thinking about all the things that, and this is the results that I got from them, if you could see it. I kind of wrote it down here. Where's the results? Yeah, that's been precancerous, and that I have to come back in 5 years. So that's what they talked about here. I just wanted you to see that. It says repeat colonoscopy in 5 years. I thought my doctor said 3, but this says 5, but that's okay. It's beside the point. Either way, it's fine. And it says descending colon polyp was a tubular edema. Now, of course, I'm going to look that up. And essentially, it just says what it says. It basically says that this type of cell could turn into cancer. Okay? So, basically, that's what it is. So, I got the results, and I kind of digested it. It doesn't mean I have it. It was taken out. Thank God it was taken out. But I was thinking to myself, what if I kept, as a procrastinator, I'm telling you, I am the biggest procrastinator. I write books. I've been writing my first book for 12 years. Just as an example. Finally, after 9 years or 9 or 10 years, after I 12 years, to be honest with you, after I started writing this book, I finally decided to complete the book. I'm just a procrastinator. Anything that I'm like, oh God, I don't have to do that. I keep pushing things off. Things that are important too. So what if I decided to continue to be a procrastinator and didn't think this was serious enough? Year after year, my doctor, because basically it's my body. So it can't force me to go do this. But what if I ain't got nothing. Everything is fine. I think what happened with me was I was when I was in the middle of scheduling an appointment, I was thinking of Chadwick Boseman. He was 43 years old. 43 years old. And he died of this thing. He died at 43. Oh my God. So he died back in August, and I think in August or whatever. And I went ahead October 2nd, and I said, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Not only am I going to do this, I'm going to schedule my mammogram that I've been putting off as well. We put all these things so much. We do. We put all of these things off and let it fester, and it grows because For some reason, we as Black people or African Americans, I'm not African American, I'm Jamaican, but you know what I'm saying, Black people, we, I don't know if it's because of our diet, but it does say that we predisposed to have it. 12% for this year, for this 2020 alone, 12% of the population will be diagnosed with um, with colon cancer, and they're going to be under 50, right? Because now all of a sudden it's getting younger. It's reaching people that are younger. Usually this is something like, over 50. Now it's 12% of the population will be under 50 years old, right? And it'll be a cause, unfortunately, and the 40% is likely to kill 40% of that 12% of people, of the population. 40% of those people are likely to die, right? And one of the things they were talking about, I was looking at, one of the things that they're talking about is early detection. And I think this is why I started this channel. This right here is one of the perfect example of why I started this channel here. It solidified my intention. It solidified what it is that I should be doing. I feel like this is my life project, my life work. I'm going to be doing going forward. One of the things, because I have a lot of hats. I write books. I motivational speaker, life coach. I do all of that. But one of the things that when we talk about self-care, I talked about this before. One of the things of self-care is the mind, body, and spirit. We have to take care of our mind mentally. Take care of how we handle things, the stress. And it's funny that stress can affect your body. It's infect your, it can affect your body, right? And your spirit, your spiritual life. However, you define that. That's up to you. I define it by me having faith in God and praying and all of that stuff and trusting in God. That's how I've defined it. You define it your way, but we have to take care of mind, body, and spirit. Mentally, that's going to be a whole different video to talk about mental stuff. But physically, we have to take care of everything from head down, right? You take care of like I said, your mental, you take care of teeth, you take care of your heart. You go get your breast exam. You do your own breast exam. You do a mammogram. You take care of all the screening that you could get done. You do it, because we, Black people, more likely to die of especially some things like colon cancer. Cancer is ravishing the country, and we seems to be getting this at a more rapid rate, obviously, than other people are, and maybe because of our diet. You said it's the second colon cancer is the second leading cancer in this country. Okay, and the American Cancer Society recommended that they start screening earlier now at 45. So now it used to be 50, now it's 45, right? Chadwick Boseman died. He was 43, right? So if you're a person that have this in your family, you have a family history of getting this or any other kind of, especially this kind of cancer, you go ahead and you get yours. You don't even wait. Don't wait for them to, because what if this woman she was insisting in me going to get this done? And I kind of blew her off. I blew her off for like a year, or maybe a year, for over a year. And then it got scheduled, and I canceled again, and I kept doing that. Don't make the mistake I did. Go ahead, get yourself checked. Get yourself checked. It is so important that we do that, because our diet, we're predisposed for most cancer. But this is one of the cancer that we as Black people, we need to check ourselves. And if so, I always come back to this. What if I kept putting this off year after year after year? Because a lot of time with these kind of cancers, when you don't check yourself or whatever, get yourself screened, by the time you find out that you got it, it's too late. It's too late. Or by the time you get the symptoms, by the time you're feeling a symptom of this, it is too late. Right? Or not necessarily too late. I shouldn't use that word. Let me take that word back. Maybe not necessarily too late, but you have it already, and it's already stage 3 or stage 4, or you'll find it by the time you find out, you know, it's harder for you to get it fixed, because by then it's already grown so large in your colon, it's taking over your body. So of course you're going to feel symptoms, but by then it's too, you know, it's oh, you already got it. Let's put it that way. I don't want to say it's too late, but I don't want to say it's too late to get it, because people are living with cancer. They're battling it, and they're living. So I don't want to say it's too late. What I mean is not too late that you're going to die, but too late that you're going to get it, is what I should say. And I don't want to come here on a serious note, but I felt compelled to do this today, that this is something that we have to take care of. We must take care of our bodies. We must, because it's all we got. I must start walking and lose weight. I must go and get my breast exam. Do it every day. I must take care of my body. I must do this. I must start eating right. I must stop eating starchy food. I'm also diabetic, so I have to start taking care of everything I put in my mouth. Everything I put in my mouth, I have to watch what I put in my mouth. So I think this is why I came on today, and I really hope that something I've said will kind of like just connect with you, and you, especially male. Just for a minute, I want to talk to you guys. I don't want to make this video so long, but I just want to say to the male out there, man out there, you don't even know. You don't feel. I'm telling you, the worst part of the whole thing is a prep. That drink is the worst thing. And when they put the little thing in your arm, but I would rather deal with that than to have me going to chemotherapy, right? Or going through all this stuff that could be the result of me not taking care, me not being, me being scared. So I just want to come in, and I just want to let you guys know, I wish you have a good day. Go ahead and get tested. Go ahead and do what I need to do. And one more thing, go ahead and vote tomorrow. Right? Tomorrow is November 3rd. Go ahead and vote, 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 vote. I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you.